So recently, I see the new Batman with Robert Pattinson, and I just finished the new Peacemaker series on HBO Max. I might be jumping the gun, but I believe Marvel may have some competition now. I think DC possibly is in a new renaissance. Listen, I know DC has some stumbles, but give them a chance. From the first Wonder Woman to the Snyder Cut to 2021's Suicide Squad, Shazam, or even Superman and Lois. All these properties from DC's have been pretty good. And if they keep this up, I think they'll be able to redeem themselves. Especially after Justice League 2017. Maybe I'm being too optimistic, or maybe I grew up watching DC cartoons on Saturday mornings on the WB11 in New York City. And maybe it's a nostalgia thing. Either way, DC has adapted to what us, the consumers, want to see. I feel like now they're taking their time with developing their characters, which is good, so we could connect to them better, which will make us more invested. The opposite of what they did with the first Justice League movie in 2017. I felt like in 2017, they just quickly rushed and put the whole storyline and the characters together, and to me, it just didn't work. Now, with the Snyder Cut, it was 4 hours long, but it helped me become more invested into the characters. It helped me relate more to the characters, and I enjoyed it way better. I felt like they rushed the 2017 Justice League so they could compete with Marvel, which Marvel, let's be honest, Marvel has a head start. You can't just put a team together without putting in, what am I saying? You can't just put a team together without introducing us to characters one by one. Because then we're just like, okay, like crickets. Yeah, it's a cool movie, it's action, but I'm not invested. And with all honesty, that was a bad idea. Listen, DC can still keep its personality. I like that DC is more darker and dramatic than Marvel. It works for them and it makes them stand out. I think the darkness of DC is what makes it good. Like, for me, for Marvel, I go to Marvel for the superheroes. But for DC, I go for the supervillains. Because to me, they're way more interesting than the heroes. And the back and forth and the constant, good to bad and feeling them is what makes the DC villains and DC great. Like, look at Batman. We love Batman because of the villains. Even Suicide Squad. I really like the new Suicide Squad. I don't know what I'm saying. Taking a non-popular character like Peacemaker and doing a good job shows a bright future for the DC cinematic universe. If you haven't seen Peacemaker, I think you should go see it. It's really good. They took, I believe John Cena did a good job. I believe that the storyline was good. And it also connected them to the overall DC cinematic universe. That's what I really like. And I'm excited for Flashpoint that's coming out later this year. Flash is my top 10 favorite superheroes of all time, of all organizations. From Marvel to DC, Flash is in my top 10. If they could pull that off, I think they could be on top. The one thing I wish that DC did was be more organized. I want all the movies to be connected in some sort of way. So it's easier for the average fan to keep up with it. With Flashpoint, they can do that with the Flash running back in time into different dimensions and seeing different versions of himself. I feel like it's gonna be like Spider-Man's, what's the movie called? No Way Home. Or the new Doctor Strange movie that's coming out, the multiverse. How the DC's Marvel's multiverse is going to connect everything together. I think that would be good. The reason why I'm so passionate about DC is because I am a huge fan of it. I think it's time that the world puts some respect on their name. In all honesty, DC has so many characters with such rich backstories. Constantine, Black Canary, do more with Birds of Prey, Static Shock, and you can do loads of content with Green Lantern and all of the Lantern Corps. DC has a bright future, and I hope they live up to it, because as a DC fan, I'm craving it. Thanks for listening. It's your homegirl AJ. Tell me if you disagree or agree. I want to know your thoughts. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, bye.